Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the second post-match press conference with the South African team. On my right I have head coach Jacques Nien-Abba and captain Sia Kolisi. Hands up in the air, nice and quick if you can. First question please. Okay, gentleman over here.
Hi, Jack.
Your hand up.
Yeah,
you can see it.
that's me. Hi, Jack. Congratulations for the win. Simon Walser, Midi Olympic. Once again, the bomb squad worked really well, and some players appear to have been better performers than the starters. Are you considering changing your starting team? Because these guys from the bomb squad are always having a huge impact on the game.
Yeah, like I've mentioned before, in terms of our team selection, sometimes when we select a team and it's a 7-1, there's a big thing about the bench, or 5-3. It might be a 8-0 next week, or 4-4, or 6-2. But the main thing, it's a squad of 23 players, and everybody's got a role and a responsibility. So the fact that the bomb squad or the guys off the bench come onto the field is because the guys who started laid the foundation, you know. So, I think that's what sometimes people miss. They see the performance of the guys coming on, but you don't know how much the starters took out of the team that they play against. So, no, it is 100% something that we discuss with the players, and they understand how it works. It's not, we don't have an A and a B side, or it's not, the bench is not sometimes we will start with a guy like Ox, and then Kitsi is on the bench. So we don't operate like that.
Gentleman on the right, the back.
Hi, Jacques, just a question. 1 point victory against France, 1 point victory against England today. Was there a moment during the match that you were perceiving maybe this match slipping away, or there was always confidence and trust in what the guys were doing on the pitch? Thank you.
Yeah, I think, yes, I must start with probably paying a lot of credit to England. I thought they were outstanding on the night. They had a very good tactical plan, and they really put us under a lot of pressure. And it's something that we will have to go and have a look at, and we will have to improve in terms of that. For if New Zealand decides to maybe use the same tactic, but it took us some time to get to grip with it. And but yes, I think that's probably the strength of this team, is that they find a way to even if we don't play well, even if our things aren't going our way, they find a way to get a result, you know. And it took them probably 70 minutes to get into a position to get a foothold in the game. But the one thing, they just refused to give up, and they fought to the end. So very, very proud of that.
Gentleman on the left, up at the back.
Thank you. Anesta Kurirenji from Kao Sports in Uganda. Captain Sia, from the start of the tournament, there's been messages from the Rugby Africa president to the Boks. Not sure if you've been receiving them, but he's been showing support that Africa stands with you and wishes you all the best in the tournament. You've now qualified for the final. Have you been feeling the support of South Africa and the rest of the continent through your stay in France?
Yes, definitely. We've definitely been feeling the support. We've been seeing the support. On our hotel, we have a video where, you know, where it's one of our sponsors gave us a screen so we can see the support, what's happening back at home. And we know the whole continent is honestly behind us. You know, some of the videos where people just sit and talk about how they feel and what it's doing for them. And I don't think there's any country in the world where people that don't have DSTV will go to a mall and all sit together, and people keep the mall open and they sit there and they watch us play, you know, from people from different walks of life. And I think that is exactly what's fueling the team. And yeah, it's special because we know we're not only representing South Africa, but the whole continent in general. And if we do become successful, the whole of Africa does win. So we do see the support and we do appreciate it.
Gentleman on the right, over here.
Hi, Jack and Sia. Antoine Talieu from Eurosport. The game was not very nice to see, and South Africa was not as good as 1 week ago. Do you consider this victory as a little miracle?
Like England is a world-class team. England is completely different to what they were a year ago. And they had an amazing game plan today, which we took long to get to adapt to. And these things happen, you know. The thing that I take out of this game is the fact that we're able to dig deep and fight to get that victory. And we're so grateful that we can be in a position to defend the cup again. I know a lot of teams wouldn't be able to get out of that and get a win like that. So doesn't matter how ugly it is or how ugly it is to watch the game. If we get a victory, there's not going to say that it was an ugly victory. It's going to say South Africa won, and that's all we take for next week. That's all we needed.
Okay, the gentleman at the back.
That's right. Congratulations, Jacques and Sia. Sia, can I just ask you about Jacques ahead of his last week with the Springboks before he moves to Ireland? What has he brought to the party? We saw the emotion that he had at the end of the game. As a coach, what has he brought to you and this group?
It's a tough one. You know each other from
yeah.
when he was 19.
I was 18 years old. I was contracted with the Cheetahs, and then I got out. I was able to go to Western Province, and that's when I met Jacques. When I go to the institute, when I was 18 years old, turning 19, and him and Coach Rassi used to come to the institute. The institute is like it's an academy, the Western Province Academy. That's where our foundation is a group. Eben was there, Franz Malebe. There's a lot of other guys who play professional that are there. So when Jacques and them came, it was normally the full contact day. We call it copper stamp. You had to show who you are. And I remember every time they came, it was intense. And I got to know him then already. And then as I went on, he became my senior coach. And one thing that I love about him is he goes far deeper than what's happening on the field. He got to know me, he got to know my family, he got to know my reasons why I do what I do. When he speaks to us as a team, him and Coach Rassi, they don't encourage us about tackle hard and all of that. We all know what that is. He goes on who am I playing for, what's driving us, and he knows my family, he knows my kids, he knows them by name, and he asks me how am I doing as a person, and that is why I can go and give everything for him on the field, because he cares about the person, he cares about Sia, the Sia from the township. He tries and brings him out of me every time I play, and for the teams, and especially in big moments, and he sits and he talks about each and every single player. Our journey, it's so special to be known as a person, not just as an object or just as a rugby player. And that's what he brings to this team. And the fact that he allows families to be around, how much he loves it to see our kids running around. I know some teams are not allowed to have families, but that kind of family environment, that's what he creates for us as this team. And I've enjoyed every single year that I've worked with him, and the tough times too, when he comes and calls me out, why didn't you work there? He's always honest, and he's always, I can't explain how much I've enjoyed. And it was tough when he went away for 2 years, but when he came back again, it's like we clicked. We didn't have to get to learn each other, him and Coach Rassi. They just came in and they changed things, you know, because they love the country. But I know wherever he goes, they're going to be lucky to have him, because the amount of work he puts in, the detail he gets into, it makes life so much easier for me. All I have to do, just watch a screen and see the opportunities that are there. So, yeah, he's a special coach, and he's a special human being, most of all, an amazing father and a great husband. So, yeah, we'll miss him, and I'll be always forever be thankful, because I remember when I first met him, I couldn't tackle. After that year, we're playing copper stamp every day, I had to learn how to tackle.
Okay, gentleman at the front.
I'm not sure how you follow up that answer, but what was going through your head when Andre Pollard was lining up that penalty with 2 minutes to go? Question for whoever.
I had no doubt at all. I had no doubt at all. He's done it for us before, and it always goes like we're grateful for the bench, man. Actually for the whole squad. Like a guy like Marvin, you know, and the guys that don't make the team, Marco. You know, it's difficult. Most players drop their heads. In this team, we remind each other at the end of the day, when we are successful, they're going to say South Africa won, not the 23 that played. The picture that Marvin shows us each and every single week, you know, Marco, he works on what the other guys are doing. Those things make it all work for us. And the guys that, like we said earlier, that don't start, you know, they know when they come on, the opportunity is there. And we all have different roles in this team, and we respect that. So for us to get that scrum, for Oxy, you know, and Vincent and Bongi, Bongi has been amazing. I told him today, he's just grown since we lost Malcolm. His chest has just gone up and he's taken the position. He's been amazing. So this whole squad in general, the medical team has been amazing. The coaching staff, they prepared already for the next game, you know. And so, yeah, when Paulie took that kick, it was just relief, and also it gave us a lot of courage, because that lets us know that we can do it. We can fight no matter how tough it is.
And Jack, can you just...
We move on. Next question, please.
Congrats, Sia and Jock. Sia, just one for you. Just a word on Ox scrumming, and Jock, what was better for you? Pollard's line kick before RG's try, or his penalty kick?
Ox and the guys behind him have been special, you know, and we take pride in our scrums. It took a while, and I think the guys that started, we grinded as hard as we could, you know, and that's an important thing. We try and lay the foundation, and sometimes it's difficult. England was never going to lay down and let us go over them. And the guys that came on, they really took it to another level, like they did last week. To Oxy, Vinci, and Bongi, who went 80 again, it was really special, and obviously the guys behind him.
Yeah, in terms of the kicks of Andre, I think both, Hendrik, because I think if we struggled to get a foothold in the game and to get things going, and we needed, almost like in the 2019 World Cup quarterfinal, semi-final, you need a 60-meter maul. You need something special to break the game open, and I think that touch kick that set us up for the try. It's the only try that could score tonight. So in this weather and these conditions, I mean, to score a try against England that's got an unbelievable defence, and that this is their first loss in this tournament, you know. So that was special, and then obviously big pressure on nailing that last kick for the win. Okay. Both.
Hi, Jack. On the left up here.
Hi, Jack. Your decision to remove your number 10 after 31 minutes, it was described as brave and brutal. But can you talk through the thinking there? Was it pre-planned? Was it game state? And if so, why? And how the player took it, how Mani kind of reacted to that?
Yeah, I think like Sia said, that's the beauty of this group. We open and honest. And because we have the right players, the players accept it. Sometimes things aren't going your way. You know, we've done it with I can say numerous. We've done it with Bongi in 2018, where we took him off after 30 minutes. He was just for that specific day, he was just not on fire. You know, but he started the next week again. The same with a guy like Willie. We've took him off early because things didn't go his way, and the main thing is everything is for the team, you know, and they understand that, and that's the beauty of the squad. You know, you open and honest, and the players take it on the chin, and it doesn't mean that he won't start next week. You know, it's just unfortunately sometimes it's like that. You know, I thought. I mean, everybody, we didn't miss a kick at goal tonight. Every single opportunity we got, we utilized. And both him and Andre, you know, the kick that he also kicked in the beginning was a tough one. But it's just, listen, that's how it is. It's for South Africa. It's not for the individual. It's not for the ego. It's for South Africa. And in South Africa we get messages. Tracy, Volmink, and the school kids, and we see every single message they send to us, and it's for them. So we can't put our egos in front of that. South Africa is more important. The Springboks are more important than anything else.
Okay, got time for one last question here on the front.
Jacques, Jan de Koning. Is a team doctor got some extra hot tablets around? I think it might be a short supply in Paris tonight.
Sorry?
Is a team doctor got some extra hot tablets? They might be in short supply in Paris tonight.
No, listen, definitely. No, it was tight. And again, credit to England. I mean, they were outstanding on the night in terms of what they did. And we had to dig deep. Could have gone either way.
Okay, thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Sia. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The mix zone will open very quickly. Thank you.
Thank you.